In today's video, we're going to discuss how I manage Bitcoin with Cornerstone, which is CLM and CRF. These are my two main plays right now that are helping me outperform the market. I'm going to share with you two main things that I do to help outperform the market and live the FIRE lifestyle, which is financially independent, retire early. We earn over $200,000 per year in dividends at this channel, as you know, and we're outperforming the market, as I just said. We're up 10% for the year. The S&P is up 7.4, the Nasdaq's up 7.15, and the Dow's up 2, and the Russell's up 2.7. So we're beating all the indexes, and we're earning $200,000 per year in dividends, which again is tough to do. Most people just get performance with Bitcoin, or they get dividends. They don't get best of both worlds and outperform the S&P. So we're living the FIRE lifestyle here at this channel, and if you want to live without a 9-to-5, email me for my e-guides. I'm going to share with you the two main things that, again, I do with my Bitcoin and Cornerstone positions. Cornerstone, as you know, is my largest holding, and I have 400 grand in it, but Cornerstone is cheap while Bitcoin is expensive. As you look at a chart here of Bitcoin, okay, you see that it's at the highs. It's at multi-year highs. So 2021 and 2022, Bitcoin is looking expensive. All right. So what I've been doing is, this is my first thing that I've been doing. First, okay, I've been trimming Bitcoin. So every time that Bitcoin goes up by $1,000 from me or so, and you can see today we're up 3,000, which, as you can see above, the Nasdaq was down 0.41 and the S&P was down 0.11. So we were actually up 0.39, beating all the indexes. This was because of Bitcoin again and Cornerstone. So when I'm up thousands of dollars in Bitcoin in a given day, which has generally been every day because I own various Bitcoin vehicles, what I'm doing is I'm trimming, and this is why. While most people are just letting the position run in Bitcoin and they're just letting their profits stack up, which I don't disagree is not a bad thing to do if you're experienced with trading and you're bullish on Bitcoin. Well, for me, 100% maintenance is what's key. Maintenance is the secret to living freely out of my brokerage account, because I need high available for withdrawal in order to not only withstand margin calls, but to withdraw freely out of my account. Okay, so if you need help understanding maintenance, that's in my Volume 3 e-guide. And Bitcoin, again, is 100% maintenance. This is a killer to the FIRE lifestyle. So every time it's up, I'm trimming it. If I'm up $1,000 on my core position, I'm trimming $1,000 that day. And then that also lowers my margin in return, because my margin debt is around $230,000, as you know. If you follow this channel, you know that this is getting a little bit higher for me. I've been increasing my debt lately, but this is nothing, okay? I'm going to really increase my leverage when the market finally dips. But anyway, I always say at this channel, for every $1 you put in your account, you get $4 of purchasing power. I just use a fraction of this purchasing power to get ahead. All the greats use debt, okay? Corporations use debt. Elon Musk bought Twitter with his margin debt. Many greats live off of stocks and the equity in their accounts to fund their lifestyle. And to live freely from a 9-to-5, I use this debt because the debt gets me more income. The income of $200,000 per year pays back this debt in around 1 year. Sometimes I let the debt stay on for, many years. Whenever I pay it down, I always add more debt because it's low interest debt. I have it negotiated down twice, so I'm around 6%. And many of the clients who bought my e-guides have low interest debt as well because they called and negotiated. If you call me, I can help walk you through the script on how I negotiated my rates down. So this is my key to getting ahead and living the FIRE lifestyle, but my maintenance must remain low, okay? This is the whole key, once again, to the FIRE lifestyle, and once again, that's in my Volume 3 e-guide. So view margin maintenance requirement, 100%. Every time I sell 1,000 Bitcoin, not only does it lower my margin by 1,000, and it grows my account by 1,000, by the way, because my account grew by 3,000 today. So if I sell 1,000 of Bitcoin, which, as you can see, we took some gains today, 619 in gains. When I sell that, when I trim my Bitcoin positions, it lowers my margin and then raises my available withdrawal because it's 100%. Okay, so it raises it by a ton, and that's why it's so advantageous for me to sell Bitcoin on the rips. Also, when you're using margin debt, you have to sell on the rips, because if your positions grow, then your account gets too big. And when you're playing with too much scale, well, when the market falls, now you're going to fall as a function of a bigger position. So I always trim out of Bitcoin, because as the position falls, then I get hurt less, okay? That's really the key to living the FIRE lifestyle. And then here's the second point of the video. When I take the profits out of Bitcoin and I lower my margin with it, I don't just stop there. I always redeploy it it back into Cornerstone, because Cornerstone is a 4-star fund, and as you can see, it was up today as well while the market was down. So Cornerstone's once again outperforming. It's a 4-star fund, as you can see here on Morningstar, and it beats the indexes over the last 10 years. You can see my past videos if you don't believe me. Cornerstone, it has a special drip at the NAV. No other fund does this. It tracks the indexes, and it has a 21% dividend that it drips at the NAV, not at the market price. It drips at the NAV. So that's how I'm always outperforming with Cornerstone, but you have to learn how to play this fund properly. You have to time it around these highs and lows. You have to time it around the rights offerings, which that's what my Volume 4 e-guide's all about. So when you buy my e-guides, you get free access to the Discord chat room for life, where we alert you of the Cornerstone rights offering announcement. All right, we also have an RSS feed here that literally sends the rights offering announcement to us without us looking it up, okay? So we have many other channels here at Discord. We have almost 1,000 members here at Discord pursuing the FIRE lifestyle. They can help you with which brokerages have what maintenance and which brokerages have the special drip for Cornerstone, because not every brokerage has a special drip for Cornerstone, and other brokerages might have lower maintenance for Bitcoin, but they might not have the special drip for Cornerstone. So there's a trade-off there. There's only a couple brokerages that actually allow everything, and you can find those out in my Discord chat room, because we have a brokerage specifics channel here for you if you ever need to visit that. All right, so you can call me anytime you have questions, but if I can't answer those questions, someone on Discord should be able to answer those questions for you. All right, so that's again what I'm doing with Bitcoin gains. I'm trimming them, and then I'm going into Cornerstone, because look at this chart of Cornerstone. It's cheap while Bitcoin's expensive, and the stock market's also expensive, but Cornerstone is cheap. Many closed-end funds like Cornerstone are cheap. There's CLM and there's CRF. Those are the two funds, and the secret with Cornerstone for me is not only is it cheap and it tracks the indexes, and has a 21% dividend that sets every year at 21%, and now it's at 17, but it still drips its dividend down at the NAV every month. Well, the key to Cornerstone is it's 30% maintenance, okay? So once again, if you need help understanding maintenance, that's in my Volume 3 e-guide. And 30% maintenance, that's how I preserve all of my equity. So Cornerstone, that's how we really get ahead. If you track all of your investments to the indexes, then you're going to get ahead. And if you use extra leverage in the process, well, then you're guaranteed to get ahead in an up market. But in a down market, you have to be careful when you're using leverage. And that's why I trim out of things like Bitcoin, because they're very volatile. They're 100% maintenance, and Bitcoin doesn't track the indexes. Also, Bitcoin doesn't pay you in a down market or an up market. You don't want to just keep selling from Bitcoin to pay your bills. You definitely can't do it in a down market. And the same goes for the S&P. You cannot use the S&P to pay your bills, because the S&P, when it goes down in a given year, obviously it doesn't have a dividend to pay you enough to live on. And if it goes up, you don't want to sell from the S&P and lose precious shares, because then you lose your compounding power to really make money. And that's again how I make money with Cornerstone, because I have so much in it. I can focus so much money with Cornerstone because it's so safe and conservative with low maintenance, that actually the compounding from that makes me a lot of money. That's how we're up 3,000 today, because Cornerstone, it barely has to move, and I still make a lot of money. So that's how I really get ahead, guys. Okay, I take my Bitcoin gains and I trim them when we have nice gains in the market. I trim around the core position, and then I buy more Cornerstone, because it's the highest rated fund that I can find that's tied to the indexes and drips its dividend down at the NAV. So if you need help doing what I'm doing, email me for my e-guides. When you buy my e-guides, you get free access to the Discord chat room for life and my phone number, so keep that in mind. Also, if you want to follow my portfolio, click the join button on my wall, or I'll link it in the description below, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.